I believe in life, you always have to put the mission first. And what this means is that the more you build, the more attention you're going to get. And people are going to tell you that you are amazing and that you are so incredible. And the challenge there is you cannot let that get to your head. You have to go and always put this mission and this world you're building above yourself. And this can become an incredibly hard thing to do. Something I've struggled with over the last year as my stuff has kind of blown up is there's all this attention towards Zach, when in reality, the only reason that attention is there is because I put out this amazing content and I'm building this world of obsession. And so it becomes very tempting to go and want to reap the rewards of, all the people talking about you and telling you how great you are. And while that's fun, the only time I make progress is when I kind of ignore all of that stuff and I just ridiculously focus on this thing bigger than me. That's what people want to follow. People want to follow someone on a mission. And this applies to everything. Like I said for a while that what someone should put in their social media bio is just their mission that they're on. Make it extremely obvious what you're trying to do, because then it's so easy for people to help you. That's something David Senra calls easy to interface with. And it is an extremely valuable skill when people know your name and they know exactly what you're trying to do. Oh, this is Zach, he's trying to build his obsession stuff. This is what he should do. This is the person he should meet. This is an obsessed person. It is a very valuable thing. And if you look at the people who become these iconic names, these people who become extremely famous or become these icons, they were always doing something outside of themselves. Even someone like Arnold, who himself is this character, he put all of his energy into bodybuilding, this performance art at its core. He put all of his energy into movies, all of his energy into politics. My friend John Fio says this really well, is that when the focus goes on the person more than the thing they're building, they're fucked. And people realize it and they start to tear them down, because nobody wants to be on that ride. No one wants to be following a person. They want to be following a mission. And so that's why, my slogan is follow obsession, because you're following this thing outside of you that you love doing and that doesn't feel like work. It's also having this mission makes life a lot less stressful, because you could be dealing with any problems of uncertainty or any relationship problems or any friendship problems or money problems or anything, but you always have this mission to fall back on. And that makes life incredibly simple, because it is this core truth, this core through line of everything you're doing, that if you have the right mission, it will never leave you. You have to just keep trying until it becomes clear that this is what you need to do. It takes a decade of iteration to do something that changes the world. And so the challenge is, when you don't know what your mission is you jump around to different things, but you really need to pick one core thing to compound around and keep doing and keep getting better at. This is something I remind myself really often. There's a podcast, I think it's Graham Duncan on Tim Ferriss, and he talks about how if you're stuck in life, all you need to do is be relentlessly useful. Make things that are useful to other people. And at its core, that is not making it about you. Make it about someone else. How can you wake up and help the most amount of people in the most effective way? And if you spend your life like that and genuinely put all the emphasis on what you're putting out into the world, things become really simple and you get rewarded. When I get into periods when I'm putting less out into the world, I feel it, and I feel the lack of opportunities coming my way. Versus when I just put out so much stuff without expectation, incredible things just fall into my lap almost effortlessly, like they can't stop. That is the mode that you want to be in. That's the mode that I want to be in. So yeah, this video was a little all over, but this main concept is always put what you're building over yourself and find this one through line. Find this one thing that when you have to make decisions, it just comes back to this decade-long vision that you have of what you're trying to build, and then the decision should be pretty easy. The decision should be simple. And if it's not, your mission is not clear enough, and you have to go do the work to find what it is. This is why people say entrepreneurship is really just a personal development vehicle. And I truly believe that. You, especially when you're doing it the way I'm doing it, which is my businesses and my projects are so intertwined with me as a person, yet they're so separate from me as well. I'll never sell something called like the Zach Pogrob something. It's like, it's all this separate thing, but at the same time, it's so tied to my identity. It's sometimes a challenging way to live, because you feel like you can't turn off even when you feel off. That is a price that I'm willing to pay. And I like the idea of my life and my work and the art I'm trying to do, the writing, to just be one thing. and there's no separation, and everything is just, I'm waking up and I'm going, and everything is filtering down to these different things I'm creating. That is a very hard game, but if you are a certain type of artist or entrepreneur or even athlete, you understand what I'm saying, where it's just like nothing feels disjointed. You're waking up, and I've written about this before, it feels like you're just living inside your work, like you're living inside one big art project. That becomes a very fun way to operate. And I've been in that zone a few times in my life, and I'm getting back into it, and it is a great way to live because you wake up and you just go, and you actually don't think about much. You're just in a mode of action because you've made the decisions that you need to make. That's really what it comes down to, I think, when you get on the mission, is you want to minimize decision making. And the mission is a decision-making tool. That's it for today. Rant was a little all over. This was the first video, by the way, in the PR30 video challenge, press record 30 times. I'm doing this because I wanted to do this, and I think it's a fun way to get people involved. I charged a little bit of money, $300, if you want to do the official challenge, join the group. I'm doing a call with everyone who joins, like a 30-minute quick call, and just to brainstorm your content and obsess over what I think you should be making or what my opinion is. And yeah, when you pay, it just feels more real. You have real accountability to do it. And so, yeah, like I said, making these types of videos changed my life this year. I'm excited to keep making them. We're gonna go rip 30 days of them. And yeah, that's it. Talk to you later.